the heart of Aora village, the soil was red and the fields were green. It was a place where people worked hard, but they lived in fear. A dark shadow hung over everyone. That shadow was the chief priest. He was a man of dark power. Even the king was too afraid to challenge him. Whatever the chief priest demanded, the people gave, even if it meant they had nothing left to eat. In a small mud house lived a girl named Hannah. Her family was very poor. Many nights, they went to bed hungry. Her father would sit by his old radio, listening to the news and dreaming of a better life. Her mother worked until her hands were sore. Hannah was different from the other children. While they played in the dirt, she would sit quietly and think. She looked at the poverty around her and decided it would not be her future. Hannah knew that to change her life, she had to learn. She was the first to arrive at school every morning. Her uniform was torn and her shoes were old, but her mind was sharp. In class, she was a star. When the teacher asked a question, Hannah's hand shot up instantly. Every night, after a long day of grinding peppers and helping her mother cook over the firewood, she didn't rest. When her parents fell asleep, she lit a small oil lamp. She stayed awake, reading and studying. She was tired and she yawned, but she did not stop. She knew that education was her ladder out of the pit. One afternoon, the village gathered at the shrine. The chief priest was shouting. He demanded a final sacrifice from a family that had nothing left. He used fear to control them, claiming the spirits were angry. The elders shook with fear. The king stayed silent. But Hannah felt something rising in her chest. It wasn't fear, it was courage. She walked through the crowd. She stood right in front of the chief priest, near the skulls and the idols. She looked him in the eye and pointed her finger. "You are wrong," she cried, her voice ringing across the silent square. The chief priest froze. For the first time, his dark power was met with light. She turned away from the shrine and looked directly into the eyes of the villagers. "Listen to me," she called out, her voice filled with a peace they had never known. God is not a God of fear or hunger. He does not want your last coin or your last goat. He loves you. He wants to give you a future where you can thrive, not just survive. Put your faith in the one who can truly save. God's power is not in chains, but in freedom.